You don't like that tape? That was a proper.
Order in the studio.
I think you are.
Don't
Judge
know.
and jury.
Gosh.
Look at you stepping up.
Coffee were a bit strong this morning.
Welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel. I'm going to be taking you through this hour with our lovely David, who's getting all ready.
Do you want to see some new craft metal that we've got?
Sorry, we've got craft metal. When did we get craft? Are we selling that as an item? Probably.
It's printable acetate embossed with mirror spray.
David, wait. Shut the front door.
And the back door.
And the windows.
Anything
Wow.
that's open. Look at that. Yeah, it's not craft metal, it's plastic. It's actually printable acetate, and I discovered it about 5 minutes ago. Whilst I just went,
wow.
Ooh, I'm going to give that a try, and it literally is printable acetate. These embossing stencils are brand new, and my goodness, they are beautiful. The most intricate.
Tell you what, for that to emboss plastic, that shows you how good the embossing folders are. Melanie words.
Ooh.
Embossing stencils are.
Yes, I know.
Wow.
So now you can create your very own sheet metal. So
Right, you need this in your life, don't you?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit exciting. Right, let me introduce you to the rest of the team. We've got our lovely Sean on camera. Is he a cold chick? Or are you not stopping?
He's undecided.
He's ready to do a runner. We've got our lovely Amber in the driving seat. There she
Beep, beep.
is. I do like your nails this time. Pink on one hand, red on the other. Right, let's talk a little bit about live shopping and get you introduced to that as a thing, and then we can crack on with all these fabulous new products. Very excited. One of which is going to be added to the Scan and Cut show. Right, live shopping. So you can find us on YouTube. You can also find us on our website, highlightcrafts.com, on Facebook and on Instagram. Now, if you want to shop with us on either of our social platforms, each product that we show you will have a code. And all you need to do to purchase that is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. Then you'll receive a direct message. Within that message, you'll find a link. Click the link. That will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where I need you to log into your account so you get your club member benefits, and then check out those baskets. Now then, if you would prefer to shop with us directly on the website, you can do that. You don't need the shop codes for that. Just press play and all the products in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they'll go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag, and that will take you through that process. Wow. Right, shall we get stuck in? Because these are fabulous. So we've got two separate sets. One that embosses and one that are your regular stencils, right?
Yes, absolutely. They're both an accurate fit as well. They're both an accurate fit, so you can, of course, ink through with your standard, and then you'll then take straight to your embossing stencil and simply lay it over the top to line up. So you don't just get that wonderful detail of a stencil, you also get that wonderful embossed feel. That's the level up of a stencil, isn't it? And we're able here at Highlight Crafts to offer this to you as a split system altogether, because we're not saying to you this is an embossing folder that's A5 and it's going to cost you £24
No, we're not.
2 or 3 of them XYZ. This here is a stencil, but still performs as an embossing folder, which for me is like, well, as a crafter, I've got that's just instantly turned that product into like 3 or 4 different ones. So whether you're going to use ink, whether you're going to use paste, whether you're just going to go straight in with your embossing, of course you can do embossing with the thinner mylar ones, but it's not going to have as high a profile. When you work with the embossing in tandem, so you're using them together, it looks exquisite.
It does, absolutely. So whether you want to just use them with your inks, or whether you want to use them with your sprays or your airbrush or your paste or whatever it is, hot foil pen, these are going to be brilliant with that.
Oh, 100%.
It'll be a little bit of a labour of love, but oh my goodness me, when you're finished, it's a proper wow moment. So if you want all 6 stencils,
I know. I know.
For £17.99, that's £3 each.
Yeah, and these are brand new today.
£3 each.
£3 each before you club
That's a small cup of coffee.
A very small one.
Right.
Well, this is the thing. But
that's mad. And these are tools, so they're going to last you forever.
Oh yeah, there's nothing to say that this is a one-off purchase. This is a one-off purchase. There's nothing to say it's a one-off use.
No.
You're going to be using these time and time again. Every Christmas they come out. Now, in here, you're going to get a traditional Christmas pattern that you would know and love for mat and layering, maybe for card backgrounds. Then you've got the showcasing ones, which add a really elegant touch. I think my favourite on the entire show has to be this one here. There's something so beautiful about this bauble with the snowflakes intertwined inside it. Now, if you can use your icy snow paste with this, it's going to look tremendous. You can use your snow foam paint, your mirror spray, your brand new Cadence Harmony Christmas matte paint. You can use all of that with this. Each one of these has that repetitive element to it. So this one here, you can see, will repeat. So it's a seamless design. Same again with this. Each and every one of these you can use for surface pattern, for wrapping paper, card fronts, backgrounds, just blending through with your inks. We've got inks on the show, or you can use whatever medium you want. But this is a great opportunity to get stencils the size of a card to create a card quick and easy but effectively.
Absolutely. So Shop Stencils is going to get you all 6 of those for £17.99. Now these are cut from a very different material. It's thicker. These are your embossing ones here. So Shop Emboss £19.99 is going to get you all 6. And of course you can coordinate them with your stencils, or you can use these completely independently. Now I know someone's going to say, can you paste through these and use these by themselves? Yes, absolutely you can, but you're going to have to get them pristine when you clean them, because otherwise you're going to have bits of paste that are on there that is going to emboss. Whatever is on there will emboss.
It will.
So I would get both.
Yes.
If I'm honest. And if you're a scan and cut user, we've got them as SVG files. I would cut them out of your regular Mylar with that, but I would buy these.
Yeah, I would definitely say
because you can only emboss as thick as the material is.
Well, of course, yeah. You will only get that depth with it. And also, with ones like this, I wouldn't necessarily do ink blending through there because it's deeper. You're going to create a little bit of a recess. You're going to see the line, the ink will gather more because the bristles are going to sort of conform together. Whereas with this, it almost acts like a skin over the top of a piece of paper. So it still blends through really easily. So there is absolutely still a purpose for both materials and in the ways that they perform. Should we quickly just see how the dimension of this is created, just really quickly and easy, just to show you?
Absolutely. These are phenomenal, guys.
They're honestly tremendous.
Stephanie Best says she has a degree in shopping. Things just fly into her carrier bags.
Oh wow!
I know, right?
Wow. When did you graduate?
I don't know. Bet she got a 1-1 though.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Distinction. A star. Right, okay, all I'm going to do is I've got some watercolour card here. This is 300 GSM, so a really heavyweight water card, and I'm just going to fold it in half so it's A5. Now, when you're using your embossing, just don't use stencil spray, because of course any adhesive on there, when you compress the two together, you're going to create a very solid bond.
You are.
So you want to make sure that even if you are tacking anything into place, you're using a very low tack tape, and just keep it light. Okay, now for example, let's have a look. Let's use that beautiful one that we just looked at a moment ago, which is there, right in front of me.
Oh, I'm like that all the time.
Oh, all the time. Right, and then what you can do, and this is optional, and because I'm using watercolour card, it works really well, is give it a light spritz of water, a little bit on the top, a little bit on the back, just like that, and it will ever so slightly soften those fibres, so it will mould through the stencil really well. Now we're going to use a little bit of tape just to form a hinge on the top here, just to stop it wiggling around. And that also means that then if we did want to ink over here afterwards, we just have to line the other one up and do the same thing.
Imagine it embossed and then pasted over the top.
I know. And these are all options that you can explore. So what we're going to do now is just going to grab our plates, and I'm going to use the 3mm here first. Okay, make sure it's still nice and uniformed.
Alison Blake's asking, could you stick 2 stencils together? You could, Alison. My only thing about that, and try it by all means, because you're obviously cutting them out with a thin Mylar on scan and cut. You can spray glue 2 of them together. The only downside is that you might have to cut them again at some point because of the way that the embossing mat moves. It can move.
I think
those
on plastic,
it slides a little bit, and you'll end up getting an echo. But by all means, try it. Absolutely. If I was going to do it, I think I might do it out of like a 300 GSM cardstock, and I know the card will curl, but as a one-off, it'll work, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely. I mean, I don't know different types of acrylics or plastics. If everyone's getting the SVG files for your Glowforge, I don't know what thicker materials can be used. I'd have not explored that.
No, well, I don't think we have yet, have we? We've like just...
But it's there.
It is there.
Right, so when it's embossed through, look at that.
Wow.
That embossed detail.
I'll tell you what, that's as good as an embossing folder.
Oh, if not better. Look how rounded it is. Now, traditionally with an embossing folder, when you look at it, as the two sides meet one another, they sit into each other and it has that sort of beveled edge like a die. With the embossing stencils, the laser cuts straight through this, giving it a straight edge all the way down like it's been punched out. But when you're using your cardstock, it still molds into it. You still get that wonderful, soft, almost like a fondant flocked finish. It is a dream to craft with, and I cannot believe that all 6 of these A5s are under £20.
It's ridiculous. And then you get your club discount and your loads of points back. That is absolutely crazy, crazy value for money.
I mean,
that's beautiful.
I mean, imagine just wrapping that around the middle of your crackers as well.
Exactly.
You know your Christmas crackers, you die. That could be the central bit. That could be like the belly band around it.
They're stunning, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. If you want these, let's just recap exactly what you're getting. So if you want your regular stencils, it's Shop Stencils. You're getting all 6 designs. I love these. Well, I love them all. There isn't one that I wouldn't use, to be fair. Shop Stencils, $17.99. If you want the embossing ones, they are Shop Emboss, $19.99. If you can stretch to it, get both, because I think they're absolutely fabulous. Right, let's talk about SVGs of them, shall we? So, Scalable Vector, Shop SVG $14.99 is going to get you the files for those. Now you can draw them, foil them, emboss them, paper pierce them, all of those accessories that you've got. Imagine these on vellum.
Oh, they would look lovely.
With colour behind them, because we've got half price pens today.
We do have half price pens.
That's going to get expensive for me because I'm obsessed with pens.
Especially when they're half price.
I know, right? I'm going to get some bargains today. So if you want the SVG, Shop SVG $14.99 will get you those. Right, now then, let's talk about some brushes, shall we? First of all, our little blending brushes. These, I love these. I could sit and just do this all day.
They're so
They're
soft.
like the inside of puppy's ears.
Yeah, and you know, I've been using them for all different inks, and it doesn't, even if you're going to get them stained, it does not affect the bristles at all. They still feel exactly the way you got them. Just make sure to wash them.
Yeah, they're really good. And just wash them in a little bit of fairy liquid.
Yeah.
Or washing up liquid, don't have to be fairy, you know what I mean. Or a little bit of shampoo.
Yeah, anything just to break it down.
That's quite good. Shop Blend is going to get you all 5 of those, and they're lovely for getting into really fine detail. You'll see me using blending brushes actually later on.
Oh, will we now?
We will, yes. Now then, we've also got palette knives. If you're going to get palette knives, get an artist quality one. Yeah. We've got them here from Royal and Langnickel. It's their essential range. They've got that lovely swan neck, which I find much, much easier to use, especially when you're using paste.
Yeah.
Because it's not getting too close to, the handle's not getting too close to your project.
It keeps you, it keeps you away from it. Also as well, once you've got a metal head and wooden handled palette knife, you're sorted.
You're not going back, are you?
Yeah, you're good to go. You really are. And instantly you realise that you can be far more expressive with your work. When you're using a plastic one, you always have to be a little bit more reserved with the pressure and the way you handle it, because of course we're always hesitant on whether it's going to break.
Absolutely.
With this, it's robust.
Yeah, they are really good, and you're getting 5 of them in there. Shop palette, $17.99. Stencil spray is something that every crafter should have in their stash because it's brilliant with your hot foil pen. It's obviously brilliant with your stencils. It's what we use to attach copier paper to rice paper when we're printing it. It really is a phenomenal product. It never clogs, it never goes gloopy, it never strings until you get right to the end of the can. That's how you know your can's empty.
It is,
right?
Yep.
Shop spray, $9.99 will get you those. Now then, these kind of brushes I've been using for a long, long time. These are fabulous. Again, from that famous artist brand, Royal and Langnickel. You're going to get 9 of your rounded brushes, and you're going to get 7 of your chamfered angled brushes. These are superb. I love the soft grip on these.
Makes it so much easier.
It does, honestly. If you struggle with dexterity, and I'm starting to get some lumps and bumps appear on my hands, just round here. I said to Stephanie the other day, is that beginning of arthritis? She was like, yeah. I'm like, right, I'm getting rid of that, I'm not having that. I know, right?
Our family all struggle with it really bad. Now my mum can close her hands to about there now. Yeah, she gets to about there, and that's as far as she can probably close her hands.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
My grandma and my dad had their sinews here that tightened, so their fingers did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they both went in and had the operation done where they cut it and extend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
No.
That's not going to happen. Right, so you're getting 16 brushes in total for $19.99.
I know. And these brushes are exceptional.
That's mad.
They are incredible quality. We used them actually, it was yesterday, with our brand new mediums from Cadence with that icy flower, and they performed exquisitely with that medium.
That's just over £1 a brush.
I know. They're absolutely crazy value, and you're going to get a club discount, and you might even use some points.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about these inks, David, shall we?
Let's do it. Okay, we've got
these.
the neons and the primaries on the show today. These have been, do you know what? I love these because we've actually explored them in almost every single type of show that we've done here at Highlight Crafts. We've used them within mixed media. We've used them in the airbrushing shows. We've used them in the painting shows. We've used them in the stenciling shows. We've used them in the fabric shows. There's nothing we've not actually tried with these inks. They've actually dipped quite literally into every single style of show that we've shared with you here, which again shows how versatile they are, and for the price that they're at, that is unbelievable.
Absolutely, and these are going to be good on the back of your parchment on your scan and cut. They'll be lovely because yes, they're water based, but because I chose that really thick parchment, it won't buckle out, which is great. Shop Neon, $29.99 will get you all of these 6 colours. I have to say about Royal and Langnickel, they're very much like Cadence. Their quality is not reflected in the price.
Yeah, very similar. I think that's why they fit in so well with us here at Highlight Crafts, is because their ethos is everything that we have always shared, and they do work very well with Cadence, such as colouring gessos, mixing with mediums, because they're all water-based too.
Absolutely, it's fabulous. So you could have all your paste in neon colours. Yeah. And don't be scared of the word neon. If you wanted to brush these onto on the back of your parchment, because parchment's going to subdue it anyway, these would be perfect colours for that. Shop Neon, $22.99. And then if you want the primaries, which means you can mix any colour possible, Shop Primary, $22.99 will get you those. You've also got your black and your white in there, which means you can make all your tints, tones and shades. Right, David. Oh, we've got some more stuff.
Some more bits and bobs.
Black card.
Black card, 12 by 12.
Look at my 12 by 12 black card for your show. I didn't have this on my show this morning.
Did you not?
No.
Oh dear, I should have looked into that one then.
That's rude, isn't it? I thought it had all gone.
Well, it hasn't. It's here.
It's here. Right, 12 by 12 black cardstock. I am really hoping that by tonight at 6 o'clock we're going to have our latest posh card in the building.
Oh. Okay, well, fair enough. I didn't know about that.
No, I think you'd gone home earlier when we had that conversation.
Oh, right. So, that's okay.
Oh, I have a confession.
Oh. Go on.
On Friday.
Showed
everybody your Claudia.
No, you didn't.
Thursday night, actually, it was. Glowforge, I did. No, I
genuinely did. You actually?
Yeah, I did actually.
Well, nobody said a single thing.
No, because I asked them not to. See?
Did you crop the fly out?
No, I just read the text. So he sent me this picture of him dressed as Claudia, and then I got another one literally seconds later going, OMG, just realised my flies are open, don't look. I wouldn't have even noticed.
I was in a bit of a tiz-waz with my balloons and everything.
So yeah, I showed them.
Wow, okay, well, congratulations everyone. I'm glad you've, sorry. So yeah, there we go. 12 by 12 black card. 12 by 12 black card.
Anyway, you're getting 20 sheets, $9.99. That's a must-have, because these, with your metallics or your finger waxes over the top, would look amazing. It's a brilliant cardstock. It is a good cardstock. And it's not a black, it's like a dark graphite. I'm going to open this. What are we doing with it in packaging?
I don't know.
Can't see it in packaging, can we?
So with the black cardstock, I mean, Mel, of course, uses this with scan and cut, just not today. But with, you're having some trouble in
It's all right, got it. Watch this space.
Okay, there we are.
There you are. Get rid of that rubbish.
There we are.
It's like a very, very, very expensive grey suit.
Yes,
isn't it? Like with a wool mix.
Yeah,
with a wool blend, isn't it? It's that kind of quality. It is lovely, and it cuts beautifully on your scan and cut.
That's that one.
Stephanie said, "Oh, sorry, Mel, forgot to ask if you and Alice enjoyed the new Wicked." We did. Yes, we did. Thank you.
It was wicked.
It was wicked. It wasn't as good as the first one, though. The music, I was a bit disappointed in the music.
But there was one song, when I got home last night and Luke was cooking, he had it on, the music, because obviously he's in his era now of Wicked, which will probably go on for a couple of weeks and it'll be something else. But
wow.
And he was like, oh, because I said, me and Mel had a chat, and we were saying that weren't impressed with the music. And what are you talking about? He was like, I loved that song, so he was playing it for me, and I thought,
yeah, but there was only one main song,
I know,
wasn't there?
I guess
really?
so. Yeah,
and when you like the music bit of it.
Yeah, well.
But yes, we enjoyed it. Thank you. Alice went home full of sugar and popcorn and e-numbers.
As you do at the cinema.
It's called Karma. Right. Terry Kim says you made a beautiful Davina. It wasn't Davina, it was Claudia.
Well, thank you. I'll take it. Thank you very much.
That's brilliant. I'll tell you what, she'd be great on Strictly.
Oh, she wouldn't she? Just absolutely. Someone else to dress up as.
Fabulous.
Right.
Right, MDF boards.
MDF boards, you're going to get inside here 2 A3s, 2 12B12s and 2 A4s. These are absolutely brilliant. It's almost like quite literally a blank canvas, but they're not a canvas, but you can do them for anything. So you can go straight on with paint, you can do your stencil onto these, do plaques, photo frames, projects. Don't be using these though inside your Glowforge laser. They're strictly just for decorative use. You don't want to be putting them into your laser cutter.
No, please don't do MDF on that. That's not good. Right. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, we did. We had a lovely time. Grey board.
Grey board. So this here is grey board. Now this is...
Best editorial yet, that, David.
A4, in fact.
Right.
And you are going to get 15 sheets.
Okay.
Now this, again, so what's your, with the scan and cut with this then? How do you feel about it?
It's okay, but it's not, no, it is okay. What you'll get when you cut your first layer, you'll be like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Because it almost scratches it and it makes it go really fibrous, or it looks really fibrous. Keep going with it, and then at the end, just get a sanding block and sand it back.
Right. Oh,
it's the best one we could source at a reasonable price. The others have gone through the roof. We just couldn't get hold of it anymore.
I found that with construction, using like my craft knife, this one cuts beautifully. So obviously, I don't typically use the scan and cut. Would love to more, but I'm always usually making from scratch with my hands, and I find this one really, really good for that. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, with the knife,
cuts
it's good.
beautifully.
Yeah, it does. Right, chick.
Okay, shall we
go?
Yeah,
yes,
let's
please.
do it. Okay, so firstly, basically what I did was I've got a few ideas to share with you, and then I thought, well, actually, one really good thing to share, I would say, is probably grabbing a few of our most popular substrates here at Highlight Craft and quickly just showing you the effects and the finishes of what these can create. Because if you're wanting to just do a really lavish card that requires very little cost, but also is going to stand out from the others, this is something I would suggest doing. Now, whenever you are going to do embossing, okay, and it doesn't matter what stencil you use, I would always suggest to actually trim away the outer area of your paper. Now, if you're going to cut or emboss directly into a big beautiful piece of mirror card or a pure print, anything like that, if you leave it with that big border on, you're going to get like veining like this. And I know I've made that mark there with my nail just to show you, but that's exactly what will happen because it's needing like an area to pleat because you've got like a gather there. Imagine you put a square tablecloth on a round table, you get the pleats naturally. That's what that will do because it needs somewhere to go. So if you trim off the areas, it'll stop that from happening altogether. So I'm going to just take this up to here, and it doesn't have to be right up to it because I'm going to trim this down anyway with my guillotine afterwards to create my border. There we go. Trim that away, and then just going to grab our 3, 5 and our rubber embossing mat again. So I always place this down, and you'll find the best combination for you. I've found this is the best one that works for the stencils that we share, but you may find at home that you prefer to have a piece of copy paper in there as well. I know a few of you did mention when we did our embossing elements that you had a way that was slightly different, but it worked well for you all, so whatever you prefer. But embossing stencil facing down, surface of the card facing down as well. You want to be pushing that card through that stencil, okay? I am actually going to spritz the back of this. There'd be no use in spritzing the front because it's plastic, but I am going to spritz the back because that is a porous side to the card, so it will help, if anything, to mould that into place. And again, I'm going to take that rubber mat up. See, look, I've just moved it before we go in. Go on.
Terry Kim says, oops, forgot. Of course it was Claudia. It's the beard that caused the slip up. Because Davina has one and Claudia doesn't. That was brilliant.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was quite funny.
Yeah, I bet it was. Bet it was.
It was Thursday night.
Must have been really stuck for conversation.
Well, we had 2 hours of Glowforge and they sold out in 11 minutes, so what do you expect?
Well, this is it.
We've
Start
got more
talking
stock,
about
though.
Claudia. I know. Saturday was... I got to play with it on Saturday.
It's good, isn't it?
I etched a cat. Not an actual cat. A picture of a cat.
You ate... Sorry, I thought you said I ate a cat.
I etched a cat.
Got it.
And then today it's back on as well, which is very exciting. It is an incredible machine. Right, okay, so look
Oh
at
my word,
this.
that's on the chrome looks, right?
Yes, this is like a metal plate.
You need that in your life. Look at that.
Look how pristine it embosses as well.
That's amazing.
It looks irresistible and it reminds me of tin, like proper
Really does.
embossed metal.
These are fantastic, these stencils, aren't they?
Well, this is the thing, and of course the team, Becky and the team that designed these, have now absolutely got it to 100% precision on the correct width of all of the finer areas to ensure that the cards that we share press through it. I'm just going to do some of the mirror rainbow as well.
Absolutely. We will recap these in a few minutes' time as well. So because I know people join us at lots of different points throughout the show.
I'll grab these. I prefer these ones. Let's have a look. So I'm going to trim this down here. And again, just going to take a little bit of that tape just to anchor it into place. That just stops it moving whilst ever we're loading it into the machine. There we go. And you will need a die cutting machine to create this effect. Okay, you can use other machines as well. It's not just strictly the Pro Cut, don't worry.
Angie McChesney says, I'd never seen any of the Traitors shows, but you lot talking about it got me thinking I should. So over the weekend, we've binged the first series. I'm now hooked.
Easily
Have
done.
you watched the American ones or the New Zealand ones?
I haven't, no.
They're very good.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, really good.
Oh, well, yes, I might start another one. That's the only problem, though, is because we're watching something at the minute, and literally I was like, right, I'm going to go to bed now. I'm up early tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, now I've got to watch the next one because it always ends at that point, and I'm like,
what are you watching?
It's something called Blue Lights. It's very good. It's very, very good. Third series.
What's it on?
BBC.
BBC. Blue Lights.
It's yes, it's very good. This series has been the best.
Oh.
But it's got a static shock then.
Did you?
Yeah, all electrical.
David.
Right, there we are. Okay, so then we just want to take this away.
Wow! Wow!
That.
That is amazing.
Oh my word.
Wow.
So that's your rainbow holographic cardstock being used with this embossing folder.
And you're going to get all 6 of them for $19.99 before you discount. I mean, come on. That is crazy value for money.
Honestly, these designs are beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get ready and I'm going to get some printable acetate and we're going to show you how you do that mirror effect. Okay.
Right. Come with me. Let's have a look at these. So, your normal stencils, get these for your inking, your pasting, etc., etc. What you want to try and do is keep these embossing ones clean. Because if you paste through that, you've got to get every little last bit of that paste off because otherwise it'll emboss. So pasting through your regular stencils will be fabulous, especially if you use something like Capella or Sirius, because that paste is really heavy bodied. So when you lift your stencil, instead of peeling it like that, lift it like that. And the edges of that stencil will pull that paste and then it holds its structure. So if you want your one with the, I love these baubles. These are absolutely beautiful. So you've got your bauble in there. You've then got all your winter foliage. Love this. You've got all your holly leaves in there with the berries. Remember, if you're going to get these as SVG files, you'll be able to isolate certain elements and do different things with those. You've got your Merry Christmas background with all the stars. Love that. You've then got your Christmas jumpers with the Christmas tree on. That's a cracking design, that, isn't it?
That one.
I love that. That's super cool. You've then got the Christmas trees by themselves. Now, these will be fabulous with your hot foil pen. And then you've also got your little Christmas stockings in there as well. Shop stencils, $17.99. Now, your next one, these are your embossing. So it's different. It's a different material. They are much thicker. If I just put both of these next to each other at the end, you can see that one is much, much thicker than the other. If I just pull that one back, you can see the thickness there versus the thickness there. It's the difference between a piece of paper and a piece of thick card. Not that they're paper thin, you know what I mean. Just trying to gauge the difference between the two. Shop Emboss, same designs, and they do marry up. So you could ink through these and then emboss it, which is even better, isn't it? I love these white on white.
Oh yeah,
white on white
wonderful.
looks stunningly beautiful. You want really quick, simple Christmas cards, emboss these onto white, little sentiment on, maybe one single die cut, job done. They're fabulous. Tracy's asking, can you emboss vinyl?
Vinyl, yes you can. The only thing is with vinyl, of course, if you're going to emboss it whilst it's on the transfer sheet and then you peel it off, you can lose some of that embossing. Right. It depends on how you're going to craft with it and what the purpose of it is for. But yes, you can emboss vinyl. It does work. But when you peel it off, of course, the structure, the strength is more within the backing.
See, I'd emboss it and leave the backing on.
Yeah, you could
and
do.
Just stick it down with glue.
Because we think of all those different colours of vinyl that we've got. I could grab a piece and show you. We'll have a go at that.
Yeah, exactly that. Right, now then, before we go back to David, if you want the SVG files for this, I'm going to get these added on to 12 o'clock. These are fabulous. Now, I'm going to be really honest. The Mylar that we bring you is 190 micron, so it's quite thin. You could spray glue two together, but the problem with that is, and try it by all means, because I've done it, but they don't last a long time, because every time you're putting it through those rollers with that embossing mat wants to push it, so it can move the top stencil slightly. But if I was, this is what I'm going to do. Buy these so I can cut my stencils. Excuse me. Cut my stencils and then start to play around with the different sizing, but I'm going to buy the embossing ones because you're not going to get that depth cutting two and sticking them together. And for the price of them, if they were like 50 quid, I'd be like, we could try it. But for the sake of
yeah, I'd get them just for that anyway.
So $14.99 will get your SVG files, and then these I would buy separately. Shop Emboss, $19.99. Right, David, back to you.
Right, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I've got the emboss stencil, okay, and I'm going to go straight in with the Royal Atlantical green ink, okay. And I'm just going to put a small amount of it just there onto my mat, okay. And I'm using one of our sponges. You could use your cut and use foam. I just had these to hand. I use these a little bit more for ink blending. My cut and use more for painting, but you can use them for both. I'm just going to pick up some of that green ink on here. Look at how beautifully pigmented that green is.
Good grief.
It is crazy.
That's really strong, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm gently going over the top of this stencil with that green, okay? Just over here. And if you're embossing stencils, if you've got ink or paint on them, just make sure to thoroughly wash them. The staining doesn't matter at all. It will not, of course, make any difference to the quality or the result that you get. You just want to make sure that you are thoroughly cleaning them, but I'm not using any stencil adhesive here. Now what I'm then going to do is just go around and tap it with the sponge so I don't see any of those sort of sponge marks that I did in certain directions. Okay,
so if I'm sitting at home now, I'm going, David, you haven't used any spray, why is it moving? You're moving it around, I'm not going to get the image. That's not the point, right?
Oh no, I'm loading up the stencil with ink.
Okay.
Now look at that lovely project.
You're thinking that, Sean? Because I'm going, that's not going to look great when you take that off there, kid.
It's abstract. What are you on about? So then we're going to spritz the stencil with. You don't want to overload it with water. Just a small amount on here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some tape. All right. And I'm going to take that to our cardstock. Again, the cardstock here spritz the front facing side of the card. And then we want to get our trees, and I'm going to pop them together. All right. So inky side of the stencil against the watercolor card like this. There we go. And then we're just going to tape that across the top like this. And I'm going to put that face down onto my 3mm like that. Rubber embossing mine goes onto here. All of your plates as well, if you've got any ink on them, it cleans off perfectly fine, don't worry. And then I'm going to put the 5mm over the top and load that through. Just while that goes through there, I'm just going to sit this in some water, and that ink that we've got on our mat there, I'm just going to clean that away because it comes away really easily.
Instead, I thought David had forgotten the card.
Yeah, just went rogue for a second.
Right? It was a bit rogue. Also, just a reminder that our Lux decals are on a 3 for 2 across the board, including the Crafty Witches ones as well, which is very exciting.
Wow.
So make sure that before you check out your baskets that you check out those. Also, the Black Friday deal on the Scan and Cut is live. So make sure you take advantage of that. That's the best deal we have ever done anywhere, ever. Ever, 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 full stop. Are you getting it? I did that this morning.
Ever?
We get it, ever, ever.
You sure? It was ever?
Absolutely brilliant.
It's an amazing deal.
It is a fabulous deal.
So then all I'm going to do is take this away. Obviously it's coloured the background and not the trees. It gives us a wonderful inky background, okay?
Nice. Look
like
at that.
this. So it's a little bit arty.
Yeah, I like that distress look.
I really like it. But then you can go back in with your original. So your original stencil, sit that so, and you'll feel it. They like lock into place.
They do, don't
okay?
they? Yeah.
You'll feel it. And then all I'm going to do with that is take some tape again. Instead of using stencil spray, I'm just going to anchor them in the corner. The tape will stop the stencil and the cardstock from both moving.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to get one of the gilding waxes from Cadence.
Oh, nice.
Straight there. Look, that one fits in there perfectly. I like that.
Oh, that's
brilliant.
good.
It's a good fit, that one.
Look at that.
And then I'm just going to skim over with a little bit of that gilding wax, just in areas to add to that distressed look and feel. Just with a little shimmer of gold though. Looks lovely. Here we go. A little bit of gold. Bringing that into here. You could go through with some of your Pinflair stencil glue and just put a bit of gilding on here if you wanted to.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be pretty, just with a little flash of gold.
That would be lovely, actually.
It would look wonderful.
Or you could cut, as a Scan and Cut user, you could cut the stencil out of a piece of card and then put it over the top of your metal leaf double-sided sheets, because you can use your tape doctor tape for that.
Yes, you could.
So your 1-inch wide tape doctor tape, cover a whole piece of card with it, put the card that you've cut on top, and then you foil in underneath. That'd be fabulous, wouldn't it? Because you could drop alcohol inks on it as well first.
Yes.
I need to do that now. But I can't do it now, but I do need to do that. That's lovely, David. Look
at that. You've just got a little bit of the gold there coming through in areas. Now, the one that I did make, the original one, which I think is over there somewhere. Oh, it's just underneath that piece of card. That one I used far more of the green ink, so I did a full background, whereas you can control it and just do parts of it.
I love that.
And I put less on. It's something a bit different. I know it's fun and playful, but it's nice to sometimes see stencils being used in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
But then you get this wonderful, and this reminded me of a wrapping paper actually I saw over the weekend, which was really expensive.
I bet.
And it was like a vintage mismatched Christmas tree print, and I thought that would look gorgeous if it was embossed. And this exactly replicated that, and I think if you give it a go at home and just have fun with it, you will really enjoy the results that you can create in seconds.
I absolutely agree. I can't get over the depth of the emboss that we managed to get with that. It really is fabulous. Now, if you were buying all of these as A5 3D embossing folders, you're probably looking at the best part of £20 each.
Oh, at least.
So you've got £160 you'd have to pay out for that. Not here. $19.99 will get you that. And you know, Christmas, the rumour going around, it comes around every year. These are fabulous. Even if you use them on your tags, you could use them on your wrapping paper. So just go out and buy inexpensive craft with a K, because it's recyclable.
I didn't know what you were going to say then.
You're not going to recycle that. Ew. David.
No, you went inexpensive craft.
It's bad influence, isn't it? I have no idea what you're talking about. What was I going to say? Yes, so then you can put this down and stencil your wrapping paper that can match the card, that can match the tag, that can match the gift bag, all of it together. I love these embossing stencils. I think they're really, really clever. So you can either buy the regular stencils, all 6 of them, for $17.99 before you discount. That, my friends, is bonkers. It's £3 each before you discount. Ooh. You can't even get a cup of coffee for that.
You actually can't. That's a fact.
And this is going to last you a long time. Emboss, Shop Emboss, is going to get you all 6, and they do marry up perfectly. Now, if you also want the SVGs, so as a Scan and Cut user, I'm buying these, and I'm buying that.
Yes.
Because I've got the emboss that will work perfectly with my stencils that I can cut on my Scan and Cut. I can resize my stencils on my Scan and Cut. I can draw them, foil them, emboss them, do all those brilliant things that we do as Scan and Cut users. I can still do that buying the SVG files, but for the embossing, I'm definitely going for the embossing files because, the folders, because they are really, really good quality. And you can see the depth of that emboss. You'll be amazed when you get it home and do that. Blows my mind. And the fact that you've been able to do it on, I mean, look at that on mirror card.
That is
superb, isn't it?
Yeah, and it doesn't break the card either. Sometimes with embossing, you can sometimes find a crack and it will actually break the card. This hasn't.
It doesn't. But that's because it's contained. So, because on an embossing folder, you've got one piece that goes into another piece without any tolerance really for card.
Yeah.
That's why you get that creasing.
Exactly
Because there's not enough tolerance around it to be able to get that depth. 3D embossing folders are made differently, but that is absolutely superb. And because you've got that rubber mat, and that rubber mat is going to want to move that stencil, it doesn't crease because it's not trapped. That's the great thing about it, isn't it? You
Absolutely.
know, and I love that about it. I will buy these over embossing folders all day, every day now.
Oh, 100%. I've got no need to go back.
And it doesn't crack.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about it. It does not crack because it's not contained within those two elements. Right, shall we see some more?
Yeah, let's do it.
And have a look.
So I've got here some of our Craftmaster printable acetate, okay, the thin stuff. Your construction acetate is too thick, okay, a little bit too thick, that one.
Yeah. No,
But your printable, and you get like 25 sheets in there as well. So what I'm going to do, I've cut it to A5, lining it up directly on top of the emboss. And again, we use a small, little bit of washi tape just to tack it in place. That stops it shifting whilst we're handling it.
Okay.
And then that, again, is going to go down facing onto our 3mm plate. Embossing stencil is, sorry, bear with me. Embossing stencil is down on the 3mm. The actual material is sat on top because we're pushing that into the stencil. We're then going to grab our rubber mat once more. Okay. Now, with the printable acetate being the thinnest material I'm actually going to be putting through here, you may find that you want to put a shim of copy paper in there. It's not always essential though.
I'm going to go and grab a piece of vellum.
Oh, go grab a piece of vellum. Yeah, do you want to get some of that vinyl too, if there's any? Yeah, we'll do that.
I do.
I was wondering about the magic film for a second. Jane does. No, Jane. Jane. Sorry, everyone. So, feeding this through. Are you ready? So this here is printable acetate being embossed. I'm then going to, oh my goodness, look at this. So basically we now have our printable acetate completely embossed like that, which then means you could put any of your metallic paints on the back of here and you've created your very own metallic sheet, which would look unreal. Or you then go straight over it with mirror spray and you will get this, which means then inside of an aperture it's going to look stunning. So I'm going to grab an aperture, okay? Let's have a look.
Wow.
I know, right? This is like unreal, next level. So I'm going to take, so I've just lined it with the DIY Doctor.
Okay. Cheryl's asking, can you scan the mirror card that that has been embossed onto the scan and cut it out? I would do it a slightly different way. So I'd emboss it, scan it in, because I think it will find it. It depends on what you're embossing it on mirror card. It might reflect. I might have to try it for you, Cheryl, at some point. But I would use the cutting file, the SVG file.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's not going to pick up all that detail because there's no contrast.
Yeah, definitely. I would do the same. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a quick border. I've just cut this on my 5-in-1 boodle, and then I've just added a perforation line for the score, which means it folds out really nice and easily. It doesn't want to spring about all the time.
We've got a couple of you asking where Lily is. Lily isn't with us anymore. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? She's not within the business anymore. There's been no falling out, nothing like that. We just weren't a right fit for her, not for where she wants to take her career. So yeah, we're all good. We're all friends. Nobody's fallen out with anybody, but she's gone down a different. Well, don't know what she's going to do. I guess she's going to carry on crafting. Knowing Lily, she might do some freelancing here and there. But yes, that's where our lovely Lily is.
Yes.
Isn't that fantastic?
Look at that.
Imagine that with alcohol ink on it.
that bauble pretty much centralised itself there.
That is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
And that just with the white, I mean, you could do just a mirror card matte for that, but I loved it just with that pure
I like
white.
it just like that with the sentiment coming on.
Absolutely.
I think that's absolutely fabulous. Bow at the top, sentiment down there, job done, isn't it?
What reminded me of this is when we did the magic film with these, and I thought, oh, we could create something that would be of a similar concept, because then this could sit behind your magic film, and then you've got the iridescence coming through with the mirror through your magic film, so you could do multiple layers of it. But that, for me, I thought, wow, okay,
that's brilliant.
I've never been able to create this effect before.
And that's your mirror spray and printable acetate.
Absolutely. So put your printable acetate through your emboss, then afterwards spray onto the printable side, and then it gives you that effect. If you spray onto the laser side, it will give you that look. Okay, so that's on the laser side. On the inkjet side, it will give you the mirror look.
Wow.
Okay, which of course gives you a slightly different finish. So well worth the mention, but give it a go. You'll not be disappointed, and it uses so little.
Right, shall we try it on that vellum?
Oh yes, please.
Please, I didn't bring the magic film in.
Okay,
because I thought we'd have enough with this. If it'll do the acetate, it'll do the magic film, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what my thought process is that if you've got your magic film on top of your cardstock and then put all of that through, it's sandwiching magic film to your cardstock, or I'll put it on a sticker sheet. Yeah. And then you've got your own magic film sheet. I know, right? All of these ideas. So we're going to take some of that parchment, which is the really heavyweight one. It's beautiful. And then I'm just going to pop this to one side. There we go. And let's take another one. Let's use should we use our Christmas jumpers?
Yes, please.
Let's have a look. Let's find our jumpers. Thank you, Sean. Brilliant.
I'm intrigued to know what it's going to look like on this, because it should look like white work.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the actual design, tape it to it again, and then I only just ever create a little hinge over the top. It's all it ever needs. Okay, it just gives it that little placement. And then we're going to take our rubber embossing mat once more. I always start at the bottom with that and then just let it lay in, so it's just the easiest way. Otherwise
it creates static, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and it starts to shift everywhere.
And try not to take. Did you tape your stencils top and bottom, or just at the top?
Just at the top, just a little hinge. I always find if you tape top and bottom with that stretch, you're gonna distort it. What you're doing
with an embossing folder, you're containing it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Whereas we don't want that, because that's when you get all the cracks and creases. This is a much easier way, I think, and certainly a much more
it's cost
economical way of doing it, without a doubt. Oh
wow. Can you listen to that?
Oh, I love that sound.
Okay.
Wow. Look at that.
That's stunning.
That's amazing.
On the reverse as well.
Look at that.
So you can see
you could colour behind it.
Yeah, you could do. You absolutely could. You can put, of course, you could drop colours behind it as well. If you want to put a different shade. I'm not really seeing that gold. But I could grab something else like this. Maybe you'll see just a faint of the red.
Look at that. How cool is that?
Look at that.
That's fab, isn't it? It looks like you spent hours doing all that white work.
It's amazing.
I know.
It's absolutely amazing. Let's try this vinyl,
Yeah, let's try the vinyl.
Okay. So we're going to grab our black vinyl. Hey, is this the one that was on that great deal today?
Yeah, it's on $9.99 for 2 packs.
2 packs?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
30 sheets and 2 transfer sheets for $9.99 before your discount.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
It is? I know.
Right, so again, I'm just going to 12 by 12 or slightly shy of.
12 by 12.
Okay. Here we are. I'm just going to go there.
Lovely.
And then let's grab, which one should we use? Let's use this one this time. Done it slightly bigger, but that's not an issue. There we go. And then let's put that one just over here. Okay, so the actual backing of this is going to perform quite well in here, I should imagine, because that's going to be thicker than the actual vinyl itself. So that'll emboss on its own, but it'll push the vinyl through it. So straight down. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when you take off your die cutting plate, I put everything underneath, and it's like you have to unstack it all again to go the wrong way around. Yeah. And I think that's something I will never ever get out of the habit of, because it's just a natural process. Like that plate's then under this plate, just the way you work, I guess. Right, so let's feed that one through and see what we get. This is going to be really interesting, actually.
It is going to be interesting because that'll mean you can use your vinyl for all sorts of different things.
I know, I was just thinking that.
I know, right? How exciting is this?
Okay, so sped through perfectly fine.
It has.
There we are.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it?
Very exciting. It's nice to try.
Now, coming up next, 11 o'clock, Glowforge.
Glowforge.
I'm going to do the first half. You're going to do the second half.
Indeed.
So I can come back in here and set up for scan and cut. Oh, that's nice.
Is that leather?
Oh, look at that.
It looks like leather.
It does look like leather. Right, take the backing off and see what happens.
Okay.
Please. Sorry, that was a bit.
Okay, let's take the backing off and see what happens. Bear with me whilst I just stand there and do that. Okay. Oh, all right then. It's keeping this profile. It's keeping the shape.
Go on.
It's
Wow.
kept the shape perfectly fine.
Look at that.
What you actually have though as well.
Imagine that on the front of a book.
Well, I'm thinking you then have.
Alcohol.
Well, you've got that for alcoholing, but because it's embossed, you could then spread all your cuppa on there, peel it off, and then you've created your own texture plate. Because that's all waxed on there, so nothing will stick to it. How good is that? So I would probably die cut shapes of this first.
And then run it through.
Yeah, then you've got embossed vinyl.
Marina says, just order the black vinyl. Brilliant. There you go, you see. How cool is that?
Honestly, that is such a good idea. And as well, I bet wax works well on this vinyl.
It will work on it. If you put your stencil back over it.
I was going to say you could do. And just grab a little bit of
That'd be a bit cool. Oh.
I know, a little mouse down there somewhere.
There is a little mouse. Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, look at
this looks rather nice. So now we're actually getting a wonderful gilded effect on top of vinyl. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that a bit funky?
That's amazing.
That looks so nice.
I know.
Ooh.
See? And it's on a deal.
And it's on a deal.
On a deal. We like a
go
deal.
a bit further in with that.
We've only got a couple of minutes left. 15% of the primary inks are allocated and 10% of the neon are allocated. That looks great, David. Look at that.
Wow.
That on the front of a book cover would look absolutely amazing. Diary, notebook, etc., etc. Could be a Christmas book where you write all your lists in. How lovely is that?
That's stunning. Gilded on top of embossed vinyl. On top of your die cutting plate.
Honestly, brilliant, right?
Honestly, you got to give that a go.
That
fab. Is a wonderful technique. What you're going to do, inking up your stencil first, then embossing parchment, embossing vinyl and gilding it. Whether you're going to do stenciling directly with paste and you're going to emboss it before or after, depends on which way you want to work with it. But quite frankly, we have explored many different materials here that we share with you on a daily basis. Plus, what have you got at home? Faux leather. Try that if you want to. Try cork, craft metal, all those different materials that we've got. That's what we love about an embossing stencil, because it gives us more purpose to use them all. Absolutely,
it does. It's a fabulous, fabulous product. Right, we do have them as SVG files as well, if you want those. I will be cutting these out of my Mylar, so I'll be buying this so that I can resize them and do all those amazing things. But I would also be buying the embossing ones because I want it to match up to this. And the scan and cut can't cut this. It's not because it's too thick, it's because it's too dense. And it needs to be cut on a laser. Right, my lovelies, I'm going next door for the first half an hour of the next show. Then David's going to come in and do the last half of the next show with Stephanie on the Glowforge, so I can come back in and set up for 12 o'clock. And then at 12 o'clock we've got Scan and Cut, part 2. At 1 o'clock, me and you, half price pens.
Half price pens.
Can't wait for that show. That's going to get
very exciting.
That's going to fill
Mel,
my
you are the
book.
pen connoisseur, so.
Love pens. Love them. Right. Just been dissecting gnomes and scanning to make your own cutting files. There you go, you see. Right? Sometimes we need to make the craft.
Gnomes.
Dissecting gnomes.
Wow.
Right.
Sounds like a science class.
Exactly that, you see. You can do it yourself. Right. I'll see you in a few minutes' time through that wall. See you in a bit.